So if we're focusing on what this segment is about, which is why should we elect you? Which is us taking the power back, which is the power being vested in the people, because we get to decide who walks into the door. We are the gatekeepers. So in our role as gatekeepers, we're asking questions, and you in your role as servant came here to answer them. And I got to be honest, Lee, I don't even like the word politician.
Right. It honestly has a negative term. Absolutely.
It's a negative term.
We should be called servants, because that's what we're here to do, is to serve. And again, another reason why you need to elect me is because, again, I have a servant's heart. And there are two ways in perspectives, and luckily I know your audience is friendly to this, but at the end of the day, I've been called to serve. It is my season to serve, and I'm stepping into a position that I fought for far too long. But when you've been given dominion over government, sometimes it's not about us wanting to take a position. It's about being told that this is your season and I need you to step here because people need you. And that's what I'm willing to do. Sometimes that takes us falling on the sword to make sure that the people who come behind us have an opportunity and have a seat at the table. I run through walls so that Harper can walk through them behind me. And so that is part of leaving a legacy, that sometimes we got to stand up for what's right and be the person that's not afraid to speak up and speak out on what's right and what's wrong and who deserves a seat at the table. Because again, who gets to decide that? And again, people, and unfortunately, this position only pays $13,000 a year. Let me be clear, $13,000 a year, when city of Atlanta is, I think they just gave themselves a raise, potentially up to $70,000. That's almost full-time wages, versus here in Johns Creek. What you're basically saying is that if you don't already have good disposable income, this job isn't even for you. Because again, who can live off $13,000 a year? That's not enough to even pay for my child's soccer and jujitsu and swim lessons for the course of the year. So